Hello Fuzzbuds, my name is Jazthur Sharkdog, and today I'm gonna talk about my first Fursuit handling experience. But before we get into that, I'll just talk a little about what is a Fursuit handler. Fursuit handler is basically someone that looks after a fursuiter and essentially the fursuiter's secondary eye. They are the one to step in if something crazy happens. Say like some crazy drunk guy start approaching the fursuiter. It's the handler's job to inform the fursuiter and escort him out of the area. Or probably just ask the drunk guy to kindly back up. But if that did not work, just do the first action. Escort the fursuiter out of the area. Now, that is just one of the scenarios that could happen in the midst of fursuiting. There are more to watch out. And I learned that the hard way when I handled fursuiters for the first time. Being a fursuiter myself most of my time in the fandom, I knew nothing about handling until I actually experienced it myself. So one day there was a fur meet, there were like 8 or 10 of us. 3 of them were fursuiters and the rest of us were the non-suiters. So it wasn't just me handling, but I doubt any of us knew better about fursuit handling at the time. The fursuiting started off smoothly. It was in a park, it's an outdoor fursuiting, and it's a bit crowded. And as usual, people started asking to take pictures with them, and eventually from like 2 to 3 people just waiting for their turns, it turned into like a really long line of people waiting for their turns. So I asked the fursuiters if are they gonna be okay with people this many and if they needed water or some kind of break. They said, nah, we'll be okay, and I was like, okay, cool. Then I went to buy some street foods since the line was gonna take a while, which by the way, breaks the rule of looking after the fursuiter you're handling. You're supposed to be there, not away from them. Eventually, the long line was finally finished and the fursuiter took a break. They sat on the bench while the non-suiters were on the long ramp, which was few meters away from the bench that the suitors were sitting on. And we broke another rule. Then again, we're supposed to be near the fursuiters, not away. And then everyone got distracted. I was distracted eating, just minding our own business. In fact, we kind of forgot that we were supposed to look after the fursuiters. Then, a group of kids approached one of the fursuiters. And mind you, not just some kids. They were street kids, those kids that ask food from random people in the park. Except, they were dressed like Justin Bieber. So, none of us took notice because they looked just like harmless kids in their swag outfits. Anyway, I digress, they can dress up whatever they want. So, one of them asked if they could take a picture with him. But, I noticed they had no camera with them. And I was like, okay, these kids must be trolling, I should get close to the fursuiter just in case. But, before I could get near the fursuiter, they started poking and touching him all over, which of course is a big no-no given he doesn't know these people. We managed to stop them, which could have been done sooner. We then escorted them out of there. While escorting, some of the kids asked for the foods I was eating. I gave them the food just so they leave us alone. We decided to move somewhere else and just sit next to the fursuiters this time, so to watch them closely. Few minutes later, one of the fursuiters asked me to help him adjust his gloves. So while I was preoccupied adjusting his gloves, suddenly, one of the kids pulled his head by the ears from behind, which could have done some serious damage on his expensive headsuit. And then, another kid apparently threw drinks on one of the fursuiters behind me that got him wet. Now, even the fursuiters just next to us, we, the handlers, weren't watchful enough to see that same group of kids coming to attack them. I decided it was time to tell everyone in the fur meet to just zip the fuck out of the area because these kids are nuts. So we moved somewhere less crowded and enjoyed the rest of the meet. Though the meet ended decently after that unfortunate incident, I still feel ashamed that I wasn't able to help prevent that situation. I left the fursuiters to buy something, which was my first mistake. Second was we let the fursuiters sit in a place meters away from us. And 3, we were distracted. And the result? It wasn't really good for both the fursuiters and the handlers. But mistake is a mistake. On the bright side though, me and my friends learned from it. Still, I just cringe whenever I think of that incident. And that's the story of my first fursuit handling experience, and it wasn't good, and something that is worth sharing to you people so we can learn from it. So, if you ever decide to handle a fursuiter friend, don't do the same mistake. Just look after the fursuiter. Be really watchful, be aware of the people approaching the suitor, and bring water. The fursuiter will thank you for it. So, before I end this video, I want to give shout out to the artists who sent me gift arts just this week. First, I have this cute piece from Jose Somalave. Look how adorable this is. It's me with my dear mate, Rohan Alexander. Oh my gosh. Thank you very much, Jose. This is just damn sweet of you. I love your awesome stuff. Keep it up. And now, this is the second piece I got from Chino Negosuke. Woof! That is sexy. I love it. I didn't know that I'm that sexy though. Pretty awesome job, Chino. Love your art style. Keep up the good job, guys, and thank you very much for the gift art from both of you. So, I guess that's it for this week's video. If you like this video, why not click on that like button, subscribe if you want to see my future videos. I'm just starting out this channel and I appreciate your support just by simply subscribing. Thank you for watching. Jazthur Sharkdog here. See you next time. Peace!